The Canon Rebel T6 is a well-specified camera for beginners moving up from a compact camera or smartphone who are looking for better image quality and the ability to change lenses. The T6 has an 18-megapixel APS-C format sensor, which provides respectable image quality in this entry-level camera. The optical viewfinder gives an uninterrupted, natural view on the world in front of the lens. The built-in Wi-Fi is reliable and straightforward for quick and easy photo sharing to your smartphone. The Canon T6 produces very nice JPEG images right out of the camera. It's a great value for the price, and a good option for someone looking to upgrade to a more capable camera without a big investment. On the negative side, the T6 lacks features like panorama and time-lapse shooting that smartphone users might be used to. In addition, the pixel-level detail lags behind its competitors. All in all, the Canon Rebel T6 is a no-frills, entry-level DSLR at a very reasonable price that will please JPEG shooters looking to stick to auto modes and share images on the fly. For more information about the Canon Rebel T6 and all things photographic, head to dpreview.com.
The Nikon D3400 is the company's entry-level DSLR camera. It's a modest update to the D3300 and uses The Nikon D3400 is the company's entry-level DSLR camera. It's a modest update to the D3300 and uses the same 24-megapixel APS-C CMOS sensor, which offers very good image quality in both JPEG and RAW modes. The D3400 features Full HD video capture that, when paired with the updated kit lenses, offers smoother, quieter, and more accurate focusing. The camera has an ISO range of 100 to 25,600, an 11-point phase detection autofocus system, and can shoot continuously at 5 frames per second. The D3400 also offers a guide mode that makes it easy for beginners to learn how to shoot in various situations. Additionally, images can be transferred from the camera to a smartphone via Nikon's SnapBridge service. All in all, the D3400 offers solid performance in a lightweight and very affordable package.
it's really all about interacting with kids, getting to know them, making them want to get to know you. You can't just stand there and throw a great camera in their face and start snapping away and thinking that the images will be awesome, but there'll be no connection there. It's really about getting down to their level, making them want to get to know you, and making yourself interesting so that they want you to take their picture, and then you really get their personality.
Do you think you're cute enough for more pictures? I don't think so.
I'm Summer from Summerlin Photography. I've been doing this about 5 years now. I started off with an intro DSLR, and after I had kids, I started taking pictures, and I started my business soon thereafter. Well, like every mom, and I think every child photographer that starts out, we have kids and we want to capture their moments. So we all get an SLR, and we all shoot our kids on auto, just so we can get amazing moments captured of our kids growing up.
Good.
We've been shooting with this camera for 5 days now, thousands of shoots, of millions of kids, and it's an easy camera to use, and the image quality is insane. I've never really been able to look at my image straight from the camera, and I come from shooting professional cameras. I use the D3S and the D4, and even shooting with an intro 3300, the images are insane.
Let me see, Sienna.
Summer's laughing at me.
Oh
yeah, look at Sienna. Not cheek to ear.
Just go like this on your hand.
I don't shoot the hard shots or the easy shots first. I actually feel it's really important not to just jump out and start taking pictures right away. The first thing I do, I always have my camera on me so that the child knows that I do come with a camera, so it's always in my hand. But the first thing I do is get on the ground and get to know them, because that's obviously the most important part, is connecting with them before I really put my camera to my face.
Let me see your best twirl. Shall we watch her?
You don't want to capture your moments with your smartphone just because that's the only thing you have on you. Nikon made this great camera, really small, so that it's easy to bring with you everywhere. It just makes it easy to throw into your diaper bag when your kids are of that age. It makes it easy to throw in your purse and bring it everywhere with you.
I love
Hi, I'm Allison for DP Review, and this is the Nikon D3300. The D3300 continues on the path of its entry-level DSLR predecessors with plenty of built-in shooting and retouch modes, a small footprint, and beginner-friendly user interface. It has a high-resolution 24.2 megapixel CMOS sensor with no optical low-pass filter, just like the D7100 and D5300. JPEG image quality from all of those pixels is very good, and fine detail remains until around ISO 3200. The beginner-friendly guide mode makes it simple for the user to pick the best exposure modes based on the subject and type of scene they're shooting as they ease into more manual settings. Basic exposure parameters, shutter speed, aperture, and exposure compensation are all handled by the well-placed rear thumb wheel in concert with the exposure compensation button. This layout makes changing settings fairly quick and fluid, though the user interface is very menu-driven due to the lack of a top display. The D3300 has a large range of in-camera RAW and JPEG image editing options, and the RAW files offer ample room for corrections, including tone curve adjustments. A newly designed collapsible 18-55 f3.5 to 5.6 VR kit lens comes with the 3300. Optional wireless sharing to smartphones and tablets can be accomplished via Nikon's WU1A wireless module or an iFi SD card. We gave the D3300 a silver award when we reviewed it. Its battery life, video specification, and overall performance were very hard to find fault with.
Hello, I'm Dan from DP Review, and this is the Canon Rebel T6i. It's one of the latest models in Canon's consumer-level DSLR range, And like existing Rebels, it attempts to strike a balance between an easy-to-use shooting experience and offering a decent amount of direct controls for users to grow into. The T6i gains a 24-megapixel sensor that can also shoot 1080p movies at up to 30 frames per second. Beyond that, the camera uses Canon's touchscreen interface and includes a fully articulated flip-out screen that's really useful when shooting video. There's also Wi-Fi for sharing your images to your smartphone. And on top of that, the T6i is compatible with Canon's huge range of EOS lenses, opening up further creative opportunities as your photography develops. For more on the Canon Rebel T6i and all things digital photography, head to dpreview.com.
Hello, I'm Lindsay Silverman.
And I'm Christina Kurdsky.
We're here with a first look of the Nikon D5300. So D5300 has an amazing feature set. For instance, it's got 24.2 megapixel DX format CMOS sensor, which means that you can use all of Nikon's AFS and AFS DX Nikkor lenses.
It also is Nikon's first DSLR with built-in Wi-Fi and GPS, making it really easy to share your pictures on the go.
Well, if you like to shoot sports in action, D5300 can shoot up to 5 frames per second.
If you're new to DSLR, you can put it into scene modes and the camera will make all the settings for you.
Also, speaking of easy to use, there's a fun effects mode, which means you can apply special effects whether you're shooting stills or video in real time as you're shooting the picture.
Don't forget, it also has one of my favorite features, how the screen comes out and you can swivel it around.
Well, that's kind of really cool. I love that myself. You know what else? If you like to shoot video, D5300 has a great video feature set. It's got full HD 1080p at 60 frames per second, which means it's real smooth video playback, especially if you want to watch it on your TV.
So we're out here now, the 18140 DX Nikkor lens. It's a really versatile lens, and I can go shoot anything from landscapes to close-ups of the leaves and anything in between. For those advanced shooters, D5300 has built-in HDR and auto bracketing.
There's even a built-in flash, so you've always got the light with you wherever you go. So one of the other really cool features of D5300 is the ability to customize the screen itself, that large vari-angle screen that you were talking about. You can make it a graphic screen with a really cool graphic representation on it, or you can make it a classic looking screen so that all the relevant settings are right there for you. Easy to use, easy to access. Wow, that's really neat. One of the really big advantages of shooting a camera like D5300 is that it's an SLR, so you can change lenses. So I've now got on here the 12 to 24 DX Nikkor lens, which is a really wide angle zoom lens. But I've also set my camera to the effects mode, and I'm on one of the new modes called HDR painting. And I got this really beautiful effect of the trees. It almost looks like an abstract painting almost. And I'm using D5300's optical viewfinder, which is one of the big advantages of shooting with a DSLR. You can actually shoot through an optical viewfinder, and that allows you as a photographer to brace yourself and be really steady when you're taking pictures. I can also see inside the camera, right on the focusing screen, are focusing points, any number of 1 to 39 focusing points that I can select in the camera and shoot the pictures. So it makes it easy to compose pictures that are either centered or off-center.
So here we are in this beautiful setting, and it gives me a chance to do maybe something different with my picture. It's very easy. All I have to do is just press the info button and go through some of the different settings. And for example, I want to change my white balance. So just go in, and for this scene I choose to do cloudy. And then I just go back and just take the picture.
So I'm doing a portrait of Christina, and it's really, really nice. Nice smile. That's really pretty. And the light is nice. But when I look at this, it's a little flat. So again, I'm going to use D5300's built-in flash. And I'm on an automatic mode right now. So I don't have to do any of the thinking. In fact, the camera's doing all the thinking for me. So even when I switch to a vertical, from a vertical to a horizontal, The camera's still doing the thinking for me. So I hope you've enjoyed this first look of the D5300. Again, for Nikon, I'm Lindsay Silverman.
And I'm Christina Kurtzky.
We'll see you next time.